dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs and comes up short again and again, because there is no effort without error or shortcoming, end quote. So in the same way, the credit goes to the believer that's in the arena, that doesn't just talk about it, but the believer is doing it. You know, some Christians are setting the world on fire, while others are still looking for a match, or coming up with excuses as to why it can't be done. So we all have a role to play. We're a part of seeing lives change for time and eternity. Well, you know, people will say things like, no, I don't know. I'm so over the church. I kind of hate the expression when anyone says they're over anything. I'm so over people saying they're over things. I'm so over that. And I'm especially so over people that say, I'm so over the church. Really? I mean, seriously? Where would this world be without the church? Where would this country be without the church? I mean, where do people turn when crisis hits? When a marriage is unraveling? When you're having problems with your kids? Oh, they come to the church, trust me. We see them all week long. Where do people go when a loved one dies, especially if it was unexpectedly? They come to the church. Where do they want this service to be done for that loved one? Even if they didn't attend church, well, they want it done in the church. When it's not enough, because the church is full of hypocrites. You don't think I know that? I know there's hypocrites in the church. There's no such thing as a hypocrite-free church, and if there was, if you joined it, you'd wreck it. But just because we're still works in progress doesn't mean that God has not raised this wonderful thing called the church up. Listen, you need the church, and the church needs you, because we're part of a family. This is one of the problems with church hopping. A lot of people like to do that. I like to go to lots of churches. I go to this church Sunday morning and this church Sunday night. And then sometimes I go to a different church the next Sunday morning, and then a different one the next Sunday morning. And then sometimes I'll just watch something on TV, and you know, and they think that's a great thing, like they're so mature, they go to all these churches. Actually, that's a bad thing. I think you'd be surprised. I know that most pastors would agree with me on this. I mean, if someone's coming to our church and we're just one of the churches they visit, you know what I say to them? I say, hey, you're welcome, glad you came, but you need to lock into a single church and be a part of that church. Why? Because first of all, you need a consistent theology. Number two,